Yes, you heard it here, right now. Stop giving your referrers Christmas presents like bottles of wine. Everyone's going to sit there and say, Jason, you're a Grinch. I'm not a Grinch. I've got a perfect reason why. We've tested and measured it multiple times over the last 3 or 4 years, and it comes out exactly the same every time. Let's get into it right now, and I'll tell you exactly how to avoid it, to save a lot of time, money, and effort, and then to actually get benefit in the new year and before Christmas instead of the rubbish you think you're getting leading into Christmas. Let's get stuck in right now. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way right now. I am not a Grinch. I am a person that is exceptionally grateful. I spend not a lot of money. I spend way too much money on my kids and my family and my friends. We go over and above with everything we do. But here's the thing. One thing we've learned that absolutely has no benefit for no reason at all is the idea of giving wine and maybe some chocolates and those type of things to our referrers in the health industry leading up to Christmas. Now, we're right before Christmas. You might be there going, you're wrong, this does work, we should do it, we should be nice, etc. Here's the thing. I was talking to 2 world experts at our conference only last week about this exact topic. One is Michael Griffiths, who's just the absolute guru on referral networking worldwide, and the other one is the #1 authority on trust-based selling, Mr. Ari Galper. The Ari Galper and the Michael Griffiths, both friends of mine, both colleagues, guys I've learned a lot from, we do work with. They came and presented at our conference to our tribe. And when I speak to them about this, they're both very firm about this as well. Michael knows, being the referral marketing guru worldwide, that turning up with a bottle of wine, most of the time it's cheap and nasty anyway, for doctor's surgeries and some of your referral channels that you work on with your health businesses is actually the worst thing you can do. Because here's the thing. I used to do it, and what I would find is this. You'd go in, you'd basically trying to suck up, you're trying to pretend that you somehow care about the fact that you haven't maintained much of a relationship all year, you haven't gone out of your way to know more about them, you haven't gone out of your way to help them be the solution to problems and challenges, to remove friction in their business, to help their patients, to help them get better results. And all of a sudden you think you can sweet talk them with a $10 bottle of wine. And you know what? We used to spend about $30 or $35, buy some stuff in bulk. You'd spend $1,000 or $1,500. And at the end of the day, you get zero from it. Because here's the thing, and I know this to be true with ourselves, and I also know it from so many people that we've spoken to. A lot of the time you'll go in, and at the same time of year, in those couple of weeks leading up to Christmas, you get every other person doing the same thing. You walk in, the gatekeepers know to protect the doctor's time. They are in a situation where they'll say, you rock up with a nice little bottle of wine in a little container, and guess what happens? Every single time they'll say, that's a Christmas present for the doctor. You say yes. They take it, they pop it over onto the bench with 6 other bottles of wine from that day alone. Like, it's just ridiculous how many times it would happen, and there'd be, little presents, their boxes of favorites, their boxes of roses, chocolates. All they do is open up the Christmas card, and that's not even the doctors and that they're referring that actually open the Christmas card. It's the receptionist that opens it, hangs it up on the blind or the little piece of string, and the doctor wouldn't even know whether they had 5 cards or 50 cards. Guys, there is a better way. There is a much better way to actually get loyalty, to work with referrers, have partnerships in place as referral partners, and to actually show that you apparently care much better than a $20 bottle of red wine in the weeks leading up to Christmas, trying to fake that you actually care and that you're actually grateful. You might think I'm a Grinch. I'm not. You may think I've got this wrong. I don't. The fact of the matter is when you talk to the people who know and you actually test and measure this yourself in your own business, which most people never will because you don't have the guts to, but I have, and I've done it multiple times in multiple businesses over the last 3 years, and every single time it reigns true, each and every time. The fact of the matter is if you buy chocolates and red wine and those type of things for referral channels like doctors in the lead up to Christmas, in those couple of weeks, you're wasting your money because everyone else does it. It makes you sound salesy. It makes you seem desperate. You're trying to basically, excuse my language, but you start trying to piss in their pocket and suck up to them because they've sent you some clients and you've been able to make some money from it. Guys, it's not the way relationships work. It's not the way building referral partnerships work. It doesn't show that you're congruent to who you are. It doesn't make you better than anyone else. It doesn't make them want to refer anymore. It honestly is absolutely wasting of time, money, and effort. It stinks of effort. It stinks of insincerity. Guys, please don't do it. Stop doing it. If you've still got 10 bottles of wine that you haven't delivered, go and give them to your mum, give them to your friends. Do not, whatever you do, send wine to the doctors. Now, here's the thing. I don't want this to just be a negative rant. What I do want is to be able to give you the secrets and the tips that will work. And again, when you talk to the best people in the world working on relationship marketing, they will tell you the best time to do things like presents or express gratitude is not in holiday season, is not when it comes to Christmas, is not on, your Valentine's Day or picking days like Easter and things like that. You're better off showing that you're genuine, showing that you have integrity, showing that you actually care about them and expressing gratitude when they least expect it. Put it this way. When was the last time you got a handwritten letter delivered in the post? When was the last time you randomly, out of nowhere, had a team member or a client come in and just bring you a bottle of wine? Now, if it was recently, you'll know exactly what it feels like. You were knocked off your feet. It knocked your socks off. You're like, this is amazing. Wow, that is fantastic. You get the huge dopamine hit and you feel $1,000,000. If it's 2 weeks before Christmas, every second client's bringing in chocolates, bringing in this, bringing in that. It doesn't feel so friendly. It doesn't feel that nice because it's sort of forced. It's sort of expected. And here's the thing. It doesn't really cut any... if I went to you in 3 months' time and said, hey, which clients got you stuff in the last 2 weeks before Christmas, you probably would struggle to remember more than one or two. But if I said to you in the last 6 months or 8 months, who out of the blue has given something to you, bought something for you, expressed gratitude, thank you for the treatment that you did or the referral you gave, etc., with something different out of the ordinary that stood out, I guarantee each and every time you'd remember it. And that's where the power lies. So, if you're hearing this right before Christmas going, thanks, Jace, I could have done with this 4 or 6 weeks ago, then hey, you know what? Learn the lesson right now and make improvements into 2020. The fact of the matter is you don't want to be buying wine for your referrers and sucking up, being just like everyone else, showing that you're insincere and incongruent. If you actually value that relationship and you actually value their referrals and you want to work with them, partner with them, etc., then get to know them. Get to understand what you can be better to help them with, what solutions they need you to provide, how you can help them out in multiple different ways that doesn't involve buying wine 2 weeks before Christmas. What if you actually did something to knock their socks off at the start of February for no reason more than building that relationship? Now, here's the thing. I actually ran this with clients of ours a week and a half ago to prove a point. And the two ladies that are business owners together down in Melbourne, the two psychologists, they actually were very uncomfortable about it and I pushed them pretty hard on it. I got off the phone call from them and I thought, I've pushed them too far. This is not going to go well. But I thought I have to be congruent to what I believe in, what I know works. And true to their word, they did actually go and do exactly the strategy that we put in place to make it individual, to make it personal, not buying gifts. And they went and did that. And straight off the bat, what they told me this morning is $4,800 of value from the multiple referrals, the 3 referrals they'd got in the first 24 hours. 1 within a couple of hours, 2 the very next morning. And so when you sit there and you go, wow, they've already picked up 3, they know their average dollar sale, they know their average number of consults, each one will actually bring in total $4,800. Now that in itself is very powerful. It's something that has set up the relationship, and they actually even had the practice manager turn to them and say, in almost word for word, this is fantastic, this will actually mean a lot, And isn't it great that you didn't come in and try and buy us with a bottle of wine? Now that is proof in itself right now that whilst that was happening as well, by the way, I've got to tell you this, she motioned off to the side, off to the left or the right, I'm not sure, but there was 2 or 3 other bottles and some presents there that were there from the previous day and that day. So that just goes straight away to the point. And I've been teaching people to do this for the last probably 2 years as well. And every single time, it is a strategy that works beautifully. Save your money, save your energy, save your time now, and don't be just like the sheep. You're not a sheep. You want to make sure that you're the stealth one, the black sheep that's different, the wolf in sheep's clothing and things like that. That's the difference between a good marketer and a bad marketer, between someone who's congruent and shows integrity for what they say and what they do, and someone who actually goes out and does that. If you were to go and do something in September and October, well before Christmas, for no other reason but you want to build the relationship, that's what carries power. If you're not going to do anything now, or you stop doing it right now before Christmas, good. Wait till February, or wait till the 3rd or 4th week in January, until the whole festive period is over, and go in and build those relationships for the right reasons, because you want to help them. Be the solution. Set up the referral partnership program that you can set up with them. You know, if you want to take in a gift of wine or something like that, you can do that out of the blue. Why? Because you value them. You value the relationship. And you start that process then and there for no other expectation of return. That's how you build relationships. That's how you get more referral channels. And you don't become insincere, incongruent to what you say, and you don't become like the masses. So there you go, guys. Don't go out and deliver more wine. Stop. Give it away to the people that need it most at Christmas, and do some philanthropic work. That would actually carry a hell of a lot more power for you personally and professionally than sending out bottles of wine and chocolates to your referrers right now. Take the lesson, learn it, go and set up the referral marketing strategies for the right reason. Stop wasting your time, money and effort with red wine and chocolates right before Christmas. Ciao for now. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.